Hey there, Meghan Mackintosh here, and welcome to this video. This video is all about how you can get anything you want. Okay, I know that's a pretty broad statement, but I'm going to give you a way that you can strategically put into place your goals so you can actually accomplish them. So let me tell you a story. A few years back, I, for some reason, wanted to live in New York and LA, but I also wanted to go back home to Toronto often. And I was living with a roommate in Toronto, and I mentioned, I would love to get a job where I was in New York and LA. I love those places, and come back home to Toronto. And she said, really? I mean, dream on. That's a pretty hard task. Where are you going to find a job like that? And I literally said it over and over. I said, I really want to get this job in LA, New York, and it would be so cool, and be in LA when it's winter here. And I would just say it over and over, and I even wrote it down a few times and just was picturing it and imagining being in LA when the winter was here, because I'm not a big winter fan. I like my skiing and sports, but I prefer the summer. And as you know it, one of my good friends who was working in a company in LA, I happened to be doing a yoga teacher training over there, and she said, hey, would you ever think about moving to LA? And I said, yes, but I also have my family on the East Coast, and it would be, I don't want to stay there forever. And she said, okay, let me set something up. So eventually, she ended up telling me about a job and offering me a job where I would be able to be working out of LA for 6 months during the cold months in Toronto. And then she said, okay, and then we'll have an office in Toronto. Then I get to LA, and guess what? It changed. She ended up having me stationed in New York City and also be in LA for those cold months of the year. And then part of it was to be able to go back to Toronto every month to see my family. So I couldn't have imagined a situation like this, but it happened. So I invite you to think about your goals really seriously and visualize exactly how you want your life to look, exactly how you want that goal to be. Do you really want something bad enough? And if you do, then it's definitely something that you can go for. And the best way to do that, I found, is to visualize, to write it down, and say it out loud. And if you can say it to someone else or mention it to other people, that even puts more power into that goal. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this tip has been helpful and you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video.